Alright, so this is the fourth and final part of the players missing from the Super Falcons squad list series. We're going to be talking forwards in this one. But before we get started though, please make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much. So yeah, first name on the list, we got Omewa of FC Robo, a forward that mostly plays as a winger. I think she can play as a striker, but not too much seeing her in that position. Of course, FC Robo, kind of a pipeline to the Super Falcons. You got players like Asisa Shwala and Rashida Jibade who have made it from FC Robo into the Super Falcons. Well, Asisa kind of went through Rivers Angels, but she's a FC Robo product, I hope. Yeah. Omewa has Super Falcons experience. She got a cap for the team against Ethiopia in the Olympic qualifier. Was it Olympic or World Cup? She was part of that goal that was canceled away from home. The goal would have given us the win, but we ended up playing a 1-1 draw. Omewa was looking like next in line to be one of those players to make it big from FC Robo. But next thing you know, you had a move that kind of backfired on her. She moved to Spain, looked like a big move to the Liga FA, the Spanish women's top division. But at the end, she got 0 playing time. She didn't play a single game for a new club. And at the end of the season, she parted ways with the club. So that's basically a season loss right there. And you can see the effect when she played at the Under-20 World Cup at the end of that season. Did not look like herself at all. Then you try to make a move to the United States, doesn't work out. You then return to Nigeria with your club, FC Robo, and it really worked out. 9 goals on the season, and let's not forget that she's playing for a team that only played 14 games this season. So real nice stat right there. I feel like this is a player that's capable of playing for the Super Falcons in the future. Things just have not worked out, but I still feel like if she keeps her head down, keep on working, why not? Next up, you got Goodness Osigwe of Edo Queens. She mostly plays as a winger, can play as an attacking midfielder, a player that has gotten a cap for the Super Falcons. She was part of the team that played Algeria, was part of the Under-20 World Cup team in 2024, my bad. Real quality player. Had 6 goals scored in the league this season, led her team to the Super 6. They were actually a game away or some points away from winning the title this season, retaining their title. Goodness Osigwe, of course, was part of that Champions League team, the Champions League and WAFCON qualifiers team. Skillful player, technical player. This is a player that definitely can play for the Super Falcons in the future, and we'll just have to see. Next up, Janet Akekoromowi, striker of Bielsa Queens right now. She just joined Bielsa Queens. I saw it on Facebook. I was like, yes, because that's what I was saying after the NWFL season ended, that they had to reinforce with players from other teams, and this was definitely one of the players I named, Janet Akekoromowi. So Janet is a player that actually started at the Asisa Shwala Academy. She was called up to the Under-20s from the academy. Later on, signed with Nasarawa Amazons. Played at the Under-20 World Cup. Also played at the Under-17 competition, the WAFCON competition. Then with Nasarawa Amazons last season, started kind of slow. I felt like the coach was playing her out of position. She was playing on the wings. She did good there, but I mean, when she was put at the striker position, we could all see the difference. This season, she scored 13 goals for Nasarawa Amazons, named player of the tournament at the NWFL Super 6. Even though her team didn't win the competition, she was named player of the tournament. So kind of no-brainer for Bielsa Queens to sign her. She's already had a cap for the Super Falcons. I'm trying to remember which exact game it was. I think it was the one against Algeria, the second game, the second friendly match against Algeria. She came off the bench in that game right there. Definitely a quality player, definitely one for the future. And I tell you what, after this competition, when the WAFU comes up, the CAF Women's Champions League comes up, a lot more people are going to be talking about Janet Akekoromowi because she is quality, and I guarantee she's going to show that quality. Next up, we're going to be talking about another player that joined Bielsa Queens recently, Mary Lucky Nkwa. She joined Bielsa Queens from Abia Angels. A forward that can play in any position up front, but I think her favorite position is on the left side though. Had a really good season with Abia Angels last term. This is a player that has played at the under 17 and under 20 level. She played for Nigeria at the under 20 World Cup. Also played for Nigeria at the WAFCON B under 17 competition. Was much better in the under 17 competition, even though she did score in the World Cup for Nigeria at the under 20s. This season, real fantastic season she had. Real tough player. Got Abia Angels close to the Super 6, even though they didn't make it. But now she got the move to Bielsa Queens. That just kind of shows me that the people of Bielsa Queens, they're actually looking. They're not like a lot of these clubs. Some of these clubs wouldn't have known who to sign, but they're actually looking around the league and knowing who are the players that they should pick up. And this is definitely one that you should pick up. Good finisher, but what I really like about her is the Victor Osimhen factor. She loves the hard work. She loves the battle. I saw one time somebody tackled her real rough, and you're like, ugh. And you look at her face, full smile on her face. She loves it. So this is a real tough player right here, and I'm expecting big things from her. A lot of people, just like with Janet, a lot of people are gonna know about her when these competitions come up because she's gonna show a thing. She's a special player, a coach's best friend because she works so hard. So definitely one for the future right there, Mary Lucky Nkwa. Next up, Bajio Lami. Bajio Lami with Remo Stars Ladies. She plays up top in the number 9 position for her team, and she's the top scorer in the NWFL last season. Recently had a call up for the Super Falcons. That was in the friendly match against Cameroon. Came off the bench in that contest, if I'm not mistaken. Definitely a striker to keep an eye on. Probably will be tough for her to stay in the league. I'm thinking somebody will try to sign her out the country coming up real soon. Next up, one that not too many probably know about, but this is one you should know about. You should, I'm telling you. And you probably gonna know about her when these competitions come up. Tarnum Dima, Bielsa Queens. She could play on either wing, or she could play as an attacking midfielder. But boy, when I tell you, this girl right here is special. Technical ability, passing ability, dribbling, free kicks, top class player. I'm telling you, when y'all see this player, y'all gonna be like, oh, okay, I see why he was waxing lyrical and all that, because she is a quality player. And not close to the Super Falcons. I don't think she's had a call up yet for the Super Falcons, but she should. She very well should. This lady is special. I'm telling y'all, real good player. Look up Tarnum Dima. This is gonna be one for the future. I'm telling y'all right now. Next up, Shakira Abidemi Moshood, winger for Bielsa Queens. It's like we just stacking everything with Bielsa Queens players, but this is another special one. We know her from the under 17s, the last campaign for the World Cup, leading the team this time around to the World Cup. Top class player in the season with Bielsa Queens. She only scored 2 goals, and I say only because we know she's capable of doing more. And also, most of that really comes down to the fact that she had to be in camp with the Flamingos every now and then, so she really couldn't get in flow of things, because every time she could get a game or 2 in, she would have to go back to the Flamingos camp. So that was kind of the reason why you see those stats not looking statistically where she should be. I don't know what I was saying there. But Shakira Moshood, real quality player. I think I got an argument for this player right here. Not everybody is going to play. Not everybody is supposed to bring impact. You got a 25-woman squad. Not everybody is going to play. Not everybody is going to have impact. if you could have brought this player, under 17 player, still has an under 17 World Cup to go to. If you could have brought her along, just like I said with the goalkeeper, that would have been great for the experience, and that would have been setting us up for the future, because this is the future right here in Shakira Tabiremi Moshood. So I think that might have been a missed opportunity right there to bring a player like that along. You got the 7-time African Player of the Year and Asisat Oshwala. You got the captain of the side, Rashida Tajibade. You got so much experience, Tony Paynes, Michelle Lozier. So much you could learn right there. And I feel like this one, I've not really been saying, oh, this player really should have made it. I think this player really should have at least got a serious consideration for that team. That's all I'm saying about that. Another player, I think kind of you could say, hey, probably deserved it a little bit more than Shakira Moshood. Their teammates, Peace Effong, their teammates on the under 17 level. Peace Effong, forward for Rivers Angels, scored 4 goals this season, was a much bigger part of a team than Shakira Moshood was. Kind of petered down at the ending of the season. I think I don't want to say the wrong thing, but she had some kind of family situation that went down that kind of took her away from her club and also the Flamingos. Quality player. Of course, the Peace and Harmony duo. I've not seen Chidi Harmony that much to be able to put her on the list. I think you only see Chidi Harmony at the under 17s, and we didn't see her at the under 17s. So it would have been real tough to put her on the list, but Peace Effong kind of takes it up for the Peace and Harmony duo. Real quality player, a forward, just like Shakira Moshood, just the same story. I think having a young player like that who can come in and learn from the older players, knowing that she's going to take the experience with her teammates, the under 17s. Maybe they learn 1 or 2 things from what she picked up from the big girls. I think this is another player that you could have put in the team just for the experience factor, but it is what it is. Next up, we're going to go to Europe, y'all. I know y'all are tired of talking about the home base players. I had to get the home base players in. But next, we got Blessing and Core. Blessing and Core, a forward who played for Deportivo in the Spanish women's top flight last season. Really didn't get that much playing time with the team. I think she got the call up mostly because of the work she did in Egypt. But when she got to Spain, just like 1 or 2 appearances, barely saw her in the squad, so it wasn't the best time. Of course, she has had that cap for the Super Falcons. That was in the game against France. She did have the play that led to the assist in the game, the only goal the Super Falcons scored in the game. Just played 1 half in that game. I feel like before the assist, before the moment that led to that goal, I don't think she was that good. I think she lost the ball quite a bit. I think she took some shots that you're like, hey, you should have passed that type situation. But yes, did have that moment that led to that goal. But after that, never got a call up for the team. You can put it down to the fact, like I said, at Deportivo, she was not really favored over there with playing time. So that could have been the reason why. Next up, we got Flores Sebastian, Galatasaray winger. Flores Sebastian, of course, we got to know Flores as the part of the under-20 team, the 2022 under-20 team, the backflip goal-scoring maestro Flores Sebastian. Played with Bielsa Queens in the NWFL, played with them at the CAF Women's Champions League. Had a pretty good competition, left after the CAF Women's Champions League. Well, not immediately after, but like in the middle of the season, right after the CAF Women's Champions League. But she moved to France, had an appearance or 2 over there with Stade Rennes. Then at the end of that season, all the Nigerian players at Stade Rennes left the club. She moves to Galatasaray. I feel like she's been pretty good with Galatasaray. Scored a couple of goals, a number of assists, won some penalties. She's been doing pretty good over there. Probably not good enough to get that call up though, but I think she's been good enough to get a call up. Maybe with the limited amount of friendlies. I mean, the coach just had to pick who he knew at that point. That's what I'm seeing from the situation. Because I feel like, hey, if it would have been an open situation, she is one of the few natural wingers that we have coming into the team. So I think she would have at least gotten a pretty good look. But it is what it is. Next up, we got Chiamaka Okuchukwu of San Diego Wave in the NWSL, the American Women's Top Flight. This is a player that came into the league by storm, scoring in, I think, a first or second match for the team. Then after that, had another appearance that I felt like was credible, good enough. Then after that, you don't see her again. I think she picked up an injury, and that was the last time we seen her up to now. So that was real tough right there, because I felt like if she could have put even 3 or 4 more performances like that together, she could have gotten a look into that team. Even going back to the Cameroon friendly, she was not healthy then. She could have gotten a look in at that point in time. So real tough one right there. Of course, Chiamaka Okuchukwu, a player that already has a cap for the Super Falcons, and a cap or 2 if I'm not mistaken. Probably just 1 cap for the Super Falcons. Was part of the under-20s in the Esto Yenezide set, the Deborah Abiodun set. Then also in this last under-20 set, she was kind of the main player in that team. Chiamaka Okuchukwu, quality player. She can play on the wing. She can play as a striker. So it's a player that gives you numerous options right there. But moving on, and we're going to talk about a forward that I believe is the top goal scoring Nigerian player in Europe right now. Joy Omewa. She had 22 goals for a Danish side. Her Danish side also won the league, Fortuna. They won the Danish league at the end of the season. She had 22 goals in 24 appearances. Just on fire this season. And there was a point in time that I thought she was going to get a call up, but that call never came. And I think she's probably deserving of a call up. You scored that amount of goals. Some kind of credit her to be given to you. But she still waits. Hopefully next season she picks up from where she left off, and let's see how things go. Next up, you got Uchenna Kanu of Racing Louisville in the NWSL, a forward who can play as both a winger and a striker. Uchenna Kanu is a player that's a big part of the Super Falcons. You go back to the last World Cup, she scored that goal, the first goal in our big win against Australia in the group stage. She was the one that got that goal. Beautiful goal by Uchenna Kanu. Scored in other competitions. The last WAFCON got a couple of goals in. So this is a real dependable player, especially when it comes to putting the ball in the back of the net. Now the issue with Uchenna Kanu is fitness. You go back to the last season, not this season that just ended, because the season has not ended in the United States, but the season before this one. She picked up a number of injuries and really struggled throughout the season. I think she missed a huge chunk of the end of that season. Came into this season and her coach has been kind of sparingly using her. Even though she has been fit, she has only been coming off the bench 5 minutes here, 10 minutes here. Not too much playing time. And she recently got her first goal of the season a couple of matches back. So things look like they're turning a little bit for the good. But I guess the coach still feels like she is not 100% or not fit enough for this competition, because I don't think it's about how she plays or how good she plays. I think if she was 100% fit, she would be on this team right here. That's what I think about Uchenna Kanu. Well, you never know, because you get the next player, and final player we're going to talk about. Well, not final. I got one or two after this one. Gift Monday. I'm going to try to get up out of this one without getting angry and going into a rant, because I saw the coach's comments and I was like, man, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I see your comments too, viewers. I don't want to hear it. I quite frankly don't want to hear it, because wrong is wrong, right is right, and wrong is wrong. This is totally wrong. This player has earned it. She has earned it. And I just don't understand why the player hating on Gift Monday all through her career. You go back to the last WAFCON. When she came off the bench, we're like, whoo, who is this? This girl is hot. She's on fire. And next thing you know, they start reducing her playing time. And you get her in the semifinals. She almost saves you. And we're like, look, let's start playing this girl. Let's start giving her the respect she deserves. And guess what? She gets no respect. Right after that, she gets no respect. You go to the World Cup, no playing time. Then the Olympics, and you're like, you know what? They've been allowing us to get away with not playing her, so we might as well just not invite her altogether. So they don't invite her, and you bring a player that you've not even invited in years into the team. So the disrespect that Gift Monday receives when it comes to the Super Falcons, if you think I'm not going to speak out for this, you must be kidding, because it's completely wrong. It's completely wrong how they're treating this young lady. I don't understand it. I completely do not understand it. This was supposed to be her time. And you flip the script. You flip the script. Come on now. Name a player on this list, on the Super Falcons squad list, that had a better season or better seasons, because you got one half of a season here, one half of a season there. Name a player that has done better than Gift Monday. Name one. I even let you pick out of your defenders, and you can make your argument. And I guarantee you will lose, because she's the best performing player on the Super Falcons. The argument we should be having is, should Gift Monday play all 90 minutes of every game? That's the argument we should be having. Not, should she be on this? Come on now. I feel like it's ridiculous. I support the team. I'm not saying that, hey, I'm not going to support the team because the coach did some total crap. But I'm just saying, call it what it is. Call it what it is. This is a stab in the back. This is of epic proportions. This is a robbery. You stole the CAF Player of the Year from this lady. Because if we won this competition and she had any part of it, she's going to be the CAF Player of the Year. And I feel like that was stolen. This is a theft. That's what this is. That's exactly what this is. This player can win it. Of course they can. When the best player on the team is not there, it's completely wrong. It's wrong, it's wrong, it's wrong. And I'm going to stop on one more wrong. It's wrong. And that's that. Let's move on. Next up, I'm going to talk about a player that I'm not too sure where she stands, really. Edna Imade. There was a lot of talk about her joining up with the Super Falcons. This is a player that was born outside the country and has been tearing up the women's Spanish top flight. So midway through the season, there was talk about her joining the team. I don't know what's really going on. People are saying the federation isn't working hard enough. People are saying the coach doesn't want to invite her. But what I do know is that she has had a fantastic season. 16 goals, 1 assist in 29 matches. Did her thing for Granada over there. So she's one of those forwards that can play basically in all three positions. So she can tear you apart. She really can. She can play as a winger. She can play as a striker, leading the line and do the job equally. So this is a real good player. Don't know, like I said, don't know the situation. How close she is with the Super Falcons or whatnot, because we were really thinking she was the player that was going to be the new player in the team, and Chioma Okafor just popped up, really. But that being said, Edna Imade, definitely a player that could bring a thing or two to the Super Falcons squad. Next up, you got Vivian Ikechukwu, forward for Santos Laguna in Mexico. Was formerly with Cruz Azul, moved to Santos Laguna. Vivian Ikechukwu has not really hit the ground running over there in Mexico. Scored 1 goal for Cruz Azul, 1 goal for Santos Laguna. She's a player that's capable of doing way more than that. Think she just got to get that together. When she gets that together, the Super Falcons is still there. But as of now, I don't think she deserved it, because she's not really taking the world by storm like we expect her to. She has the quality. Vivian Ikechukwu has a lot of quality. We saw it with the Super Falcons when she played against South Africa at that time, coming off the bench with those 2 goals. Beautiful goals, by the way. But then she never hit those heights. She never hit those heights. And that's the issue right there with Vivian Ikechukwu. But I still feel she's a quality player. She just has to find it somewhere. Somehow, somewhere. She has to find it. Because she has the quality. I mean, the coaches have given her the credit of the benefit of the doubt. She was at the last WAFCON. So, I mean, people believe in her. But she just has to really put everything together and give us those performances that deserve to be in the national team. Next up, and last but not least, you got Mercy Doko, a forward. Esto Yene Zidane, Deborah Biodun, that team right there. Which player did I mention? Out of Floyd Sebastian. I just mentioned Floyd Sebastian. So yeah, part of that team. And Mercy Doko was a real good player in that team, but really underrated. Not too many people talked about her, including myself. Moved to Portugal, and not too many people talked about that, including myself. Had a really good season, the first season in Portugal. I think helped the team to the semi-final of the Portuguese Cup. They were real good that season. Then this season right here kind of slowed down. For Mercy Doko. Let's keep it real. Kind of slowed down. Her performances, her team's performances, everything kind of slowed down. So, yeah, she's still a young player. I believe she's still 20 or under 20. So, 21, something like that. Because that was under 20 in 2022. So, yeah, still a young player. There's still time for Mercy Doko. But I still got to give her credit for that first season. I don't think I really gave her the credit she deserved for that first season with Racing. What's the name of the club? My bad, I apologize. Let me get the name of the club right here for you guys. The name of the club is Racing Power in Portugal, and I felt like her first season was really good. She could have, if she had been called up for the national team in that first season, I don't think when people would have seen what she was doing, I don't think there would have been too many complaints, because she's definitely showed that she had a lot of quality in that first season. But like I said, things kind of died down in the second season. Not the worst thing in the world. They call it a sophomore wall, where a player in their second season as a professional, in this case out of the country, kind of hits a wall and has to kind of rejig themselves, kind of what's the word? I forget. Reinvent themselves. You got to kind of reinvent yourself to get over that. But I think this a player with the quality enough to do that. So let's see how things go in this season coming up right here. And hopefully she does end up finding her way into that national team. But let me know your thoughts. This is a whole bunch of players. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Thank y'all for watching. Peace.